Hello and welcome to Pokelocked News. We've been offline for a little bit, but we're back with another roundup as there's been plenty of new stuff for us to look at today. We're going to be starting off with, it seems like we've just been talking about Prismatic Evolutions coming out in January 17th, I believe. It's sort of mid-January. And we're already getting news of the set after that coming, which is a bit crazy. Where it's slowly unfolding what we're going to be seeing in 2025. Obviously, still in this Scarlet Violet era, but our next set looks to be Journey Together, which is going back to our sort of like trainer and Pokemon set cards, which is really interesting. I think a lot of people have been looking forward to that. It's like the gym heroes, that sort of old feel. Let me scroll down a little bit here. You can see some of the examples they've shown already. You've got En's Reshiram, and a few others. Got the Grimace-Snarl, I think. Oh,
He's
yeah,
big.
Sorry. It's big.
Big boy. that's real size.
Yeah, you got Marnie's Grimace-Snarl, plenty of others. I'm sure we're going to see more and more leaks as it goes, but I can't believe we're already getting info on the next set coming already. Gym Heroes is a big favourite. A lot of people do like to collect that original base set one, or the earlier ones, the vintage ones. So this will be quite interesting. Do you have any favourites from that sort of era? Like Blaine's Charizard, I know a lot of people, or like there's.
I mean, that's quite a sought after one. Blaine's Charizard. I remember that mainly because Charizard, not because Blaine.
Lieutenant Surge and all that sort of stuff. You've got.
Yeah, it's. I mean, I think that was the era I wasn't really collecting cards, so I kind of missed it. But I remember, I did quite like the Team Rocket ones, the Team Rocket edition ones, where it's like
the dark ones.
Yeah, Jesse's Arbok or. A dark I've got a dark Dragonite somewhere, like a dark Abra, a Pokemon you'd never sort of assume would be dark. But yeah, I mean, considering we've not even got the set out yet, I mean, I like how they're putting things in the pipeline already, which is good.
They're definitely
gives people something to look out for.
It feels quite like a nostalgia vibe they're hitting with at the moment. With if gone for the 151, we're going back to like the Gym Heroes feel, and there's talk of the Glory of Team Rocket set returning, or like a Team Rocket set returning as well, featuring Rocket's Mewtwo EX, which would be pretty cool. So we'll have to keep an eye on that. And obviously, like we spoke before, there was that was it Black Bolt, White Flare? I think that was what we looked at as well. So I mean, there's so much in the pipeline. Really exciting time just to get him back into the hobby. I think hopefully these packs, these are stuff you're going to be able to find in the stores still. I think that's something that's been a bit tricky. I know, like just going into like a Sainsbury's, WH Smith's, things like that. I'm only really seeing the older sets like Paradox Rift, Temporal Forces, that sort of thing. I'm very rarely seeing like Surging Sparks, even Stellar Crown. I haven't really seen much of actually on the shelves. So I wonder.
It's because they're sought after.
Yeah,
it's because they're sought after, and people will visit and go specifically for those sets. Are looking for those big value chase cards, hoping and praying they get the big bucks. Whereas, in the other sets, there's, of course there are chase cards in every set, but they're not as highfalutin, one would say.
And I think a lot of people have shifted their buying to online now, obviously, but I think I do it still. I love just, if there's a shop I know that at least sells them, I always go in and just check what they've got. You never know what you're going to stumble across, which for me, half the fun, like picking through the packs and then finding a good one at the back. It's always a nice feeling.
And then you scan it, and the fact that it's like 3p because they've, thought it was lost.
Yeah.
So it was exactly. Like, 10p, that'll do. And you're like, sick.
Yeah.
It's in.
So we've got, obviously that like little flashback to some of the cool cards we've seen. Mewtwo EX and Cynthia's Garchomp EX, two very valuable cards. So we'll see. Lots of exciting stuff coming up with new cards on the horizons. I mean, we haven't even got the Prismatic Evolutions yet. Obviously the Terrestrial Festival's been out and that's been so popular. Might be a good segue onto kind of now that it's been out, we've sort of seen some prices established. So the Umbreon AR that we saw, that the sort of one in the sun that was being the cover of most people's videos and one that's talked about. Initially, that was being pre-ordered for about £500. So people were paying for it before that any packs had even been opened, which is absolutely mad. But yeah, if we scroll down a bit here, so we can see some of the top chasers in the set currently for the Japanese ones. So the Umbreon EX, that's the SAR, is still up there. I mean, anything over 100 is, I considered it as a pretty big hit. So, and especially for Japanese, obviously their prices are normally a bit lower. But it's a good pull. It's not, but it's not, interestingly not the top chase. There's actually the Master Balls. So the Master Balls aren't guaranteed, I believe, in each box. So the chances of getting that are brutal. So if you're looking to complete a Master Ball set for this terrestrial Evolutions EX terrestrial festival, sorry, yeah, it's going to be expensive, I can imagine. So I should be getting some tomorrow if all goes to plan. So hopefully we'll do a little unboxing on the channel. Maybe open 10 packs and see what we get.
See what you get.
But yeah, you're guaranteed an SAR, which is pretty cool. At least one. And have you seen the God packs that's in this set?
Yes. Yeah, God pack seems to, instead of brain rot, I feel God pack should be the Oxford English Dictionary word of the year.
Yeah.
I feel I've seen the word God pack more in the last 2 weeks than I have ever in my life.
It's wild. But, I mean, look how much excitement that's caused. Just the fact that there's a chance to find one. I love, even if it's next to nothing, I think just the fact that it exists adds so much excitement. And
oh, absolutely.
And then people are calling the other one the demigod packs, which are like where you get like the 3 Pokeballs, and then I think you get like 3 SARs or something like that. So yeah, it's a bit of fun, isn't it? Nice to. I hope they do something similar with the Prismatic Evolutions one. That would be absolutely wild. Imagine putting them all in English. I imagine that could be worth over £1,000 potentially.
Just for one pack.
One pack.
Ridiculous.
Crazy. So
absolutely ridiculous.
Somebody pulled 2 Umbreon SARs in one box because they had a God pack and they got one from the original. So there is a little bit of controversy with the set at the moment.
Sickening. Go
on. There was a Reddit user that did they'd opened loads of packs and basically recorded all their findings, and they noticed pretty quickly a pattern, and they've referred to it as mapping. That's the first time I've heard of it. It's called like that. But as far as I'm aware, there's not any other sets you can do this with. But when you're opening the packs, when you find the ace card, that then can determine where you can find the hit. The SAR in the box. So if you open the first pack and it has that purple ace spec card, the SAR is guaranteed to be the last pack in that box.
Or in that row.
Yeah. Which is, I mean, that could cause some trouble. I think if you're buying or looking to buy Terrestrial Festival, you're probably better off buying it in as a pack. Especially people doing like rip and ships, you're probably better off. Unless you can really trust that seller, then yeah, you never know, because they could have opened maybe like 3 or 4 packs, found the good card, and then just sell off the rest, knowing that they've already got the hit out of that. So obviously there's still a chance of things like the God pack and that, but if you can find that hit as early as possible and save opening a few packs for them, that they're probably going to be doing that. So just be wary. But if somebody's doing the ripping ships and they're opening SARs on the channel, like you can see that, then I think you're pretty safe there. So, but if you notice that they've opened quite a few packs and they're not appearing anywhere, especially as it's guaranteed, then yeah, I'd start to be asking some questions. Exactly.
Yeah.
And especially if you don't see the boxes being opened, or like the 10 packs.
Oh, the whole seal being taken off. And,
you just keep an eye on it. And. Well, yeah, I think most people are saying buy it as a box rather than just individual packs at the moment. So yeah, it's exploded. Really cool set. I think from what I've seen just on videos, the quality of the cards just look unbelievable. So I'm really excited to get some in hand. Still can't believe there's like 32 SARs in that set. So fingers crossed we get something good. Really looking forward to that.
Who knows? Maybe we'll get some hits.
Yeah.
And then we'll be great.
Absolutely.
We'll be quids in. We'll have Umbrians coming out of
Who
our hair.
knows?
It'll
Who
be
knows?
glorious.
We'll have to see. But yeah, we'll definitely be unboxing some on the channel. Um, there's been quite a lot of activity on Pocket. Are you still playing it at the moment? Pokemon Pocket. Or...
I'm still dabbling.
Yeah.
I'm still dabbling.
What is that? Are you still opening your packs daily?
Yeah, obviously.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. I mean, it's an app you use for approximately 5 minutes a day, and then you're like, eh. I mean, I've got it instead of having it on my phone, which I think would just be murder, because apparently it drains battery life. So I'm like, keep it off the phone.
Oh.
So I've got it on a tablet. Yeah, apparently.
Really?
Or when the app's open, it like literally just sucks power.
Right.
So I've currently got it on a tablet instead. So much bigger battery. And it stays in my house. So I can just charge it whenever I want.
Nice. So we're getting our first mini set.
We are called Mythical Island.
Mythical Island. Obviously, Mew being the cover, so they've got some quite big cover stars, don't they, for their first 3 packs? Obviously, trying to get some of the mainstream crowd in. Got some new cool cards. I haven't found any of those immersive ones yet. The ones where you actually go into the card and see all the artwork.
The art cards.
Yeah, the immersive art ones. So
I've got a couple.
Of those, the ones where they're like animated.
I don't know if they're. I'll have to check if they are animated
like
or
when
not,
you unbox it, you like literally go into the card and it's like an animated scene.
Does the Gyarados one do that?
No. There's a Pikachu, Charizard, and Mewtwo one, I think, at the moment.
I haven't got any of those, so no. Then I'm a filthy liar. No, I've got some of the cool art ones. The Gyarados one I think looks sick.
Nice.
But in this new set, what have we got? Snivy, Morlul, Mew, obviously.
Yeah.
Blue makes his return, aka Gary.
It's quite a few stuff. Aerodactyl EX this time.
That looks cool. I like that
The Vaporeon card looks awesome. Love that.
Yep. Dedenne, just kind of eating some pie. Standard Mousemon.
There's been so many food-related cards recently.
Of course, Pikachu, like normal.
Yes, from Neo Genesis, I think they said those.
You got Leaf, which is a bit of a curveball. You don't really see her crop up in anything, really. AKA Green from Fire Red and Leaf Green.
It's been good. I've been really enjoying it. They are adding challenges and incentives here and there, and the battles are nice. They're really quick and fun.
You don't have to worry about drawing energy cards either. It's genius. You just get one per turn,
that is really
which sucks a little bit because you could, in the real game, add more, but swings and roundabouts.
It's just cool. I think they need to keep the pace with it. I think they definitely need to be keeping the challenge fresh. I think they need to be adding new features. I really want to see what the trade looks like. I think that would be quite cool. Because I've got so many duplicates of things. Like, how does that work in terms of trading it with other people? So, yeah, I think that'd be really cool to see.
How do I get rid of 8 Ponytas? No, I only need 2, maybe 3. I don't need 8. Or can you, trade them in to get something better?
Well, you can get, the dust border, can't you? But then I was like, well, it doesn't really do anything for me in terms of, trading them in. So, we'll see. Hopefully they hold some kind of value to someone. So, we'll have a look. But... I wonder if they'll do it like Pokemon Go, where you have
just good,
Stardust
harmless fun. Yeah, maybe.
If you're trading EXs or special ones, you might need more dust to trade. We'll have to see.
Yeah, exactly.
In real life, you just swap cards, don't you? So
yeah, exactly.
We'll see what kind of vibe they're going for.
Yeah, we don't need to pay for a premium feature just to swap cards over.
No. Well, hopefully not. And you had a little bit of news, did you?
Yes. So for Wallace and Gromit, in the really old days, Morph, and various other little franchises, they've signed a deal with the Pokemon Company International to make a special project coming all the way in 2027.
Jeez.
So this is obviously really early doors news, but it was announced earlier this week. In fact, yesterday. As we record this, the 11th on Wednesday. So who knows what it's going to be? Obviously, Aardman famous for animation and claymation. Nowadays, a bit more kind of live action stuff. So whether they're going to do it in the sort of style that the little Psyduck animation that they had on Netflix, like that kind of, kind of puppety style, they kind of like made 3D style, but with clay instead, could be cool. But
with
yeah,
with
it's
that much
animation. It's
lead
going to take
time,
years.
it's quite exciting, isn't it? If you
It
think
is
they've got
going to
that
take
much
years.
time, maybe they've already been working on it for a little bit. We don't really
Oh, quite
know.
possibly.
Yeah, I saw some people saying that Aardman have been struggling a little bit recently. So
Well, they've got obviously a new Wallace and Gromit coming out at Christmas. So
yeah,
obviously, if you're near BBC One, chuck that on. And yeah, they haven't released anything big recently, but they've recently also collaborated with Pingu of all people,
really,
to bring that back either
wow, that is a
next year or the
throwback.
year after.
Jeez.
Exactly, that is my childhood, is that little newting penguin. So maybe good things are on the horizon for them.
I
So
hope so.
yeah, I'll be
That's
intrigued.
any art like that needs to be preserved as long as possible. So I think
Oh,
mixing it with something
definitely.
as popular as Pokemon could only be a positive. So I hope that's a really big deal for them and they make lots of money.
The only other thing I've spotted is obviously you did mention Pokemon Go earlier. If anyone does still play it, I occasionally boot the app up. Not gonna lie, you can apparently get a Wooloo with a little Christmas hat, which actually looks quite
Oh,
adorable.
nice.
So
I
if
think they've
that's your
also the community day this month also has all the shinies from the whole year.
quite
Yeah,
possibly, they normally do that at this sort of time, and it normally boots up at like the 20 something of
yeah.
December, and normally runs through till
Might
New
put that in
Year.
the calendar
So
and try and
So
get a
yeah,
few.
if you want to, get some steps in, you want to burn off your Christmas meal, then might be worth going out and spinning those Pokeballs around and
I
seeing what
do
you can
like a
find.
Wooloo. I do like a
I mean, who
Wooloo.
doesn't?
Yeah.
Also, shiny Wooloo is just black wool. It's great.
Yeah.
Who doesn't love it?
All right, cool. Nice little wrap up there. So just covering a few bits. We'll hopefully bring you another one next week, depending on what we see pop up. But yeah, that was quite a few topics to cover in that one,
Mm.
and it was nice to keep you guys updated. So we'll sign off there. Anything to add, Bill?
Keep it locked on our channel for all the things we've got coming out. We've probably got some more pack openings coming over the Christmas period. We'll have some more Let's Go. Yeah, we'll have all sorts. So yeah, as our channel suggests, keep it locked in.